Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone who's watching this video. Um, the next area in our strategic marketing or strategic marketing management course that we have to get into is developing strategy or strategy development. Okay. Now, and till this time we have done a lot of analysis in our previous lectures, and you guys are hopefully going to give me your or have some of you have presented your assignments as well. Um, so let's have an overview of what are the things that we have now for as our input for developing strategy. Okay, we have these 5 things that are listed here. Okay, first of all, we've already done a pest analysis as part of our environmental analysis using this one particular framework, pest analysis. Then we've done a performance analysis, and the framework that we have used is the BCG matrix. And then we've in the previous lectures we've done analysis of capabilities, and we've used the SWOT framework for this, identifying the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Okay. Uh, there are two more things that need to be looked at before we can really get to a strategy. And the first thing in this is, or fourth in the sequence, is product life cycle stage. Okay, looking at the product life cycle stage. Now, I'm sure that all of you are aware of what a product life cycle is, and what are the stages in the product life cycle. And one thing just to reinforce this is that the product life cycle is for the product, not for the brand. The product, which is a product, for example, if we say mobile phone, that is a product. I mean, we have different brands for it, or a smartphone is a product. Okay, and there are different brands for it, obviously. Okay, different competitors that are making this particular product. So when we say product life cycle, then that is the product. So this is something that we have to look at as well, especially identifying the stage of the product life cycle. Okay, whether it's introduction, whether it's growth, whether it's maturity, whether it's decline, and obviously we're looking at it from a limited perspective. We're not looking at the global thing. We're looking at the particular area or particular city, region, country. Okay, from that perspective, we are looking at the product life cycle, and we have to identify what is the particular product life cycle stage, because based on that our strategy orientation or our strategy direction will change. Okay, for example, just to elaborate this, let's say if we've done our in our BCG, we find out that the company's product or the company's brand is lying in stars. Okay, um, but the best and in when we did SWOT, then you have a lot of strengths that the company has as compared to its competitors, and it is the market leader, and it is leading the pack by quite a margin. Okay, but in the best factors, you do find positive things, that there are not a lot of challenges in terms of the political, economic, social environment, and things are going smoothly. Okay, but when you look at the product life cycle stage, it is maturity. Okay, when we say maturity, that definitely means that there is a lot of competition, a lot of different companies that are competing. Market saturation is quite high. Okay, so there's not a lot of scope for market growth that is available. Okay, and the company is in stars. Okay, and even a small little thing that comes, a negative thing that comes out in the environmental analysis, okay, and probably your strategy will not be of growth. Okay, it will not be what we call it as investing a lot of making a lot of investment. Okay, or doing a lot of growth in terms of infrastructure development or capability development or R&D. Okay, because just the product life cycle stage, okay, is dictating here that because the market is mature, the product is mature. Okay, the market is mature basically in terms of the product life cycle, the product is at the maturity stage, so you cannot do a lot of investment. The next stage is decline. Okay, so R&D in that particular product, rather than doing R&D in substitutes, might be much better as compared to continuing with that particular product. So this is just an example of how the product life cycle stage is definitely going to influence of how of what the strategy would be. Okay, and the fifth thing in this is nature, level, and stage of competition. We've talked about that in detail in we had a lot of if you see this PowerPoint presentation, we have a lot of slides regarding that, and we will have we've had a lecture on this as well. Okay, or this that will be created for this. So these are the five things that you have to look at, okay, when you are creating a strategy. Okay. Um, Next is that this is good for this particular lecture. And in terms of now strategy development, what are the things that are available? What are the frameworks that we have? We'll talk about that in the next lecture. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.